Hey, what's happening, Disney viewers? I'm the Guy01, and welcome to this week's versus episode on the Walkthrough channel. This week is Asuka against Sonya Deville. We actually had quite a lot of birthdays to cover this week, so I should probably begin with all those. It was Matt Hardy's birthday on September 23rd. He turned 50, which is just weird to think of the Hardys being 50. I don't know, I mean, I know Matt's the older brother, so Jeff's not quite there yet, but he's getting there. I mean, if Matt's already there, Jeff's not too far behind. Same day, September 23rd, Kairi Sane had her birthday. She turned 36. September 24th, Stephanie McMahon had her 48th birthday. Same day, September 24th, Sonya Deville turned 31. And then September 26th, Damian Priest turned 42, same day. Asuka turned 43, which, yeah, is weird, because I knew, people always talk about how old Damian Priest is and how long he's actually been around, and most people don't realize it, so it's weird to think that Asuka's older than he is. It was just kind of weird to think that Asuka's older than Damian Priest. And then again, same day, September 26th, Buddy Matthews, or Buddy Murphy, whoever you call him, he turned 36. So yeah, like I said, a lot of birthdays, and a lot of them on the same days. So that's why we're doing Asuka versus Sonya Deville this week for Versus. So, getting into Raw this week. Raw began with a confrontation between Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio, where Rhea Ripley announced that during her match with Liv Morgan at Bad Blood, Dominic Mysterio will be suspended in a shark tank hanging above the ring. We're going full WCW stipulations here with the shark tank. But, of course the idea is so Dominic Mysterio can't interfere, but I'm sure he'll still find some way to help out. Even with the shark tank. Yeah, I think it's just funny that, man, we're really bringing out like the wacky stipulations with this feud. Sami Zayn beat Ludwig Kaiser in a really good match on Raw. After the match, Gunther came out and looked like he was on the verge of giving Sami Zayn a title shot, but once again denied him the opportunity. Yeah. Dragon Lee faced Carlito in a match that saw the entire Judgment Day and LWO come out and get into a big brawl, including Rey Mysterio. The match ended with Dragon Lee getting the win over Carlito. Feels kind of weird that, I know they want to keep giving, the other members of the Judgment Day stuff to do while, Liv and Dominic dealing with Rhea and Finn's dealing with Damian Priest, so they kind of want to give something, Carlito and JD McDonough, something to do. But it feels like a weird just kind of use of the LWO, because the LWO has so many good, people in it. So many good wrestlers, and they've really just kind of got nothing to do right now other than just continue to fight the Judgment Day because reasons, just because they're the only other, faction on Raw. But, they're not really doing anything of note. At least the LWO isn't. And what was supposed to be Bronson Reed versus The Miz never got started as Braun Strowman attacked Bronson Reed, continuing a brawl from last week, which also continued earlier in the show. Braun and Reed continued to brawl to close out the segment, with The Miz running off, not wanting to get in the middle of that fight. Now, it's interesting that before this match happened, there was a backstage confrontation between The Miz and Karrion Kross, with Karrion Kross seemingly trying to, bring out the old heel Miz again. Which, is interesting because we mentioned this last week with, the release of Odyssey Jones. WWE has seemingly given up on the whole Karrion Kross New Day angle, seemingly. It's not at the forefront anymore, at least. So it seems that they've moved on to Karen Cross trying to manipulate Miz. Hey, speaking of Stephanie, why is she coming out? Honestly, that's kind of just a perfect coincidence that Stephanie came out. I don't know why she came out though, but that's actually kind of perfect. Another birthday girl. Okay, that was random. Oh, and one more kick. Alright, moving on with Raw. Kairi Sane and Io Sky beat Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. The Creed brothers beat Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods after Xavier Woods basically wanted to get the win for himself, and even though Kofi had an opening, Xavier Woods was like, no, I'm doing it. I'm getting this win. I want the credit. And it ended up costing them the win, which caused Xavier Woods again to get frustrated with Kofi Kingston, even though he was the one at fault. So like I said before, it seems that WWE has seemingly, moved away from the Karrion Kross and New Day story, but we're still seeing like the residual effects of that, with Xavier Woods getting frustrated with the New Day's lack of success, and not really seeming to be able to get any meaningful wins. So again, this will be interesting to see how this continues, especially if it leads to a heel turn for Woods and a potential feud between him and Kingston, because I think that would be a real fun feud that could lead to some real fun matches between them and really show off just how good Xavier Woods is, because he's been known to be like one of the most underrated performers in WWE for the past 5 or so years. And I think putting him with someone who knows him as well as Kofi, who's also, as good as Kofi, can really highlight how good Xavier Woods is. Not just from an in-ring standpoint, but also from a character standpoint, giving him a heel turn and making him a legitimate bad guy could be really interesting to see. Oh no. Oh no. Ow. No, not even close. Uh-oh. No. Get off me. Boom. Spinning back kick. Charge. Yeah. Excuse me, ref, out of my way. And in the main event of Raw, Jey Uso beat Braun Breaker to become the new Intercontinental Champion in a result that I genuinely did not predict. I said that last week where, even though, I said even though that the company is obviously very high on Jey, they seem to be just as high on, if not more, on Braun Breaker. And I said, the main thing that I didn't think, the main reason I thought that Jey wasn't going to win was because, one, it seemed to be too early for Braun to lose the title, but two, if they were going to have him lose the title this early, it wasn't going to be on free TV. But I guess I was wrong, because, yeah, he dropped the title to, oh, crap. Let me out. Aha. I was wrong because, yeah, they had him drop the title on free TV to Jey Uso. Well, it'll be interesting to see how long Jey holds it for. I mean, they very well could have him drop it at Bad Blood, like right away, back to Braun. But hopefully he holds it a little longer than that. Otherwise, having Braun lose so quickly would mean even less. If, he just gets it back right away, At that point, you just have him drop it at, Bad Blood or whatever. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see where they go with this. Moving on to SmackDown. Bayley beat Naomi in order to get a shot at Nia Jax's WWE Women's Championship. Ow. I don't know. Don't do it. Ow. Aha. My turn. Aha. Carmelo Hayes faced Andrade Cien Almas for the 6th time. Again, just another really good match between these guys, and it's one of those things where it's like, you almost don't care how many times they've fought each other now because it's always good. It's always like the match of the night, and you know, yeah, it's like keep doing it. Keep doing it until it doesn't work anymore. If it's not broke, don't break it. This one had a bit more to it though, as the match ended with interference from LA Knight, distracting Almas and giving Carmelo Hayes the win. So now we've got like a almost like a triple threat situation kind of brewing between Carmelo, Almas, and Knight now. Oh, there you go. Mia Yim beat Piper Niven, and well, it was another okay match. This is one of those other matches where we've seen it a few times now, but because it's not at the quality that the Hayes and Andrade matches are, you notice it a bit more, or you mind it more, I guess. And you know, it feels like it's just another giving Mia Yim and Piper Niven and even more so Chelsea Green, just giving them something to do, just to give them time to be on TV without really doing anything super significant, just to give them TV time, really. And in the main event, Kevin Owens and Randy Orton faced off against Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. Towards the end of the match, the rest of the Bloodline ran down in order to help out Solo and Jacob, which then brought out Cody Rhodes, who took out the other 2 members of the Bloodline, but then was thrown into the referee during a Kevin Owens pinfall attempt, breaking up the pin or preventing the count from happening. This frustrated Owens and left him open to get taken out by Solo Sikoa, which allowed Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu to get the win over Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. After the match, Kevin Owens started to go off on Cody Rhodes for costing him the win, hitting the ref and delaying the 3 count when Owens had the match won, which caused Randy Orton to get in the middle and start playing Peacekeeper, which is a funny thing to see. Randy Orton being like the sensible one in a situation and trying to keep the peace between people. It's a funny dynamic to see Randy Orton in. So I definitely see this turning into a heel turn for Kevin Owens down the line. Cody Rhodes teaming up with Randy Orton, or not Randy Orton, teaming up with Roman Reigns is one thing. That's already kind of, has to get under Kevin Owens' skin a little bit. And now we've had repeated occasions of Cody Rhodes costing Kevin Owens wins, or, coming out to help him, but, Owens it's very clear Owens is not entirely sure where Cody Rhodes' allegiance lies, or if he can trust him totally. Alright, one more. Ow. Hey. Ow. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see where or how this culminates with the whole Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes thing. Again, I still think it would be a much more interesting thing to do for WWE if they have Cody turn on Kevin Owens first and do a little swerve that way, instead of having the predictable Kevin Owens gets jealous or loses trust in Cody and turns on him. Have Cody turn on Kevin Owens in anticipation of him doing that. I think that'd just be a much more interesting and much more unique story that you don't see a lot. Well, hope you guys enjoyed that video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, make videos all the time. Stay tuned for next week's Versus, and next week where we start our new walkthrough series, Batman Arkham Knight. I mentioned this in the walkthrough video for Disney Infinity 2.0, which came out just before this, that I really should have started that series like last week, because last Saturday was Batman Day, and that would have been the perfect time to start it. starting a Batman series on Batman Day, 85th, the year that's Batman's 85th anniversary. Just a lot of things just lined up perfectly for me to capitalize on that I just did not take advantage of. So we'll be starting that next week. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Guy01 and Asuka signing out. Bye, guys.